Hey guys, what's up? My name is Eva. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about how to be unbothered and detach from people that are doing you harm, okay? Or just you want to be away from that vibe and energy, you know? So, anyways, if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel if you want to keep seeing my content. And also like this video. And yeah, let's get straight into this, okay? When we detach ourselves from people, places, and things, we have to be careful when we do this because sometimes we hold so much energy to a certain place, a certain thing, a certain person. And we kind of have to be aware of that, you know what I mean? It's very easy to attach to things, people, and places. So just be careful when you're doing this, okay? Respect yourself, respect your feelings. When you want to detach from somebody, you have to remember that, because I know it's hard when you detach from somebody that you care about, you know, you let go of that person. You have to remember that some people are just not worth your time, love, energy, and respect, okay? Some people are not worth it. And I know it's going to hurt some of you or I said that wrong. I know it's going to hurt some of you by me saying this, right? But it's true. I know it hurts, okay? But I think we have to remember sometimes there's reasons why people leave our lives. You know what I mean? When they do. You know? I think that's really important to remember. And I know it's hard to let go of somebody that isn't good for you. I know it's hard. I've been through it. I've had to let go of friends that weren't good for me. I've had to let go of relationships that weren't good for me. I feel you. I hear you. It's hard. But I wanted to give you guys some tips, some tricks into how we can let go of these things, you know? When you actually remove yourself from people's expectations of you, or the expectations, or... You see, I can't talk today. When you remove yourself from expectations that are put on you, or expectations that are put on yourself, that you put on yourself, you're able to be more of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because I do feel that the reason we attach to people so quickly, guys, is because we care about their opinion. So naturally, if you care about somebody's opinion, you're going to listen to what they say. You're going to listen to what they tell you to do. And that could go into other topics like manipulation, all that. We're not going to get into any of that because this video would be way too long. But you have to remember to let go of people that hurt you. Mentally, physically, energetically, let go of them. Okay? I don't think people realize this too. When you attach yourself to somebody, you're letting them control you. Control a part of you. You know what I'm saying? When you let somebody... How should I put this? When people see... This is how I'm going to say it. When people see that you're easy to walk all over, they're going to find it easy to sway you into directions that aren't based on your opinion. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's very easy to let people do that, especially if you're a people pleaser. It's really easy to let people control your mind and your thoughts in that sense. And when you learn control in yourself and not letting other people control you, you become a really powerful person. Okay, I'm going to say it like that. You become very powerful, and people aren't going to want to mess with you, okay? Because you know your worth. And you know that letting somebody control those parts of you isn't right, okay? And this is going a little bit off topic, maybe, but I think it's easy to lose yourself when you set time and money and energy into things that don't fulfill you. I think it's very easy to slip into this place where you're not getting any real happiness. How should I say this? You end up burning yourself out by chasing things that don't chase you back. Okay? You're putting all this energy into something that you're not gaining anything from, you know? That isn't right. Okay? And I actually was talking about this with somebody today, that you don't want to chase people, or that's not what I said. You don't want to choose people that don't choose you. Okay? This could be relationships, friendships, and it's rough, okay? It's rough when you have a friend or a partner that doesn't choose you or choose, your peace over other things or whatever. It's easy to let that happen, okay? To choose people that aren't for you. And just remember, that's the devil trying to take a part of you, okay? Don't let the devil do that to you, okay? It's not good. And here's some things I want you guys to remember, so you don't waste your time and energy on people, things, and places that don't resonate with you. And I just want to give you guys some ways to not attach to these things and places and people so easily. So the first thing I want to talk about is the reason why I feel like most of the time we feel the need to attach is because it's coming from a sense of need. You know what I mean? That's usually why we attach to things easily, because we need something out of it. And we attach to people is because we feel this sense of need, you know what I mean, to be around people, to, seek validation from people so rapidly, you know what I mean? Because we need human connection, okay? We do, it's the truth. And that's why we attach to these people so easily, these things, these places so easily, because we feel like we need to, you know what I mean? It's a need. But in reality, it doesn't give us a sense of purpose when we chase things that don't chase us, you know what I mean? And when you have that need, you have to ask yourself, is this something that is going to benefit, you have to ask yourself, is this something that's going to benefit me in the future? Or am I just doing this because of X, Y, and Z? Okay, that's what you need to ask yourself when you're in that predicament, okay? And I talked about expectations earlier in this video, but I want to get a little bit deeper into it. The reason why we set these expectations, the reason why people set expectations to begin with, is because we feel like we need a sense of control. Everybody feels like they need a sense of control, but you can't control everything in your life. You can't control what happens to you, what doesn't happen to you. You can't control any of it. What we can do is we can learn to let go and become the versions of ourselves that we're supposed to be, Because in reality, when we let things control us, it ends up hurting us. You may not see it now, but when somebody's controlling you or there's something controlling your mind, it can end up hurting you really badly, Last thing I want to talk about is actually something that a lot of people do. Okay, it's very easy to obsess over things, situations, and people. It is. It is because we're human. Like I said, we're human. We have these feelings. It's normal. Okay? But what I want to talk about really is the reason why I think people obsess over celebrities or Even I do sometimes, and I pull myself out of it, but I think the reason why we do these things is because we feel a need to, how should I put this? We feel like we need somebody to look up to in order for us to have purpose. Sometimes people obsess over people because they gave them a sense of purpose. Do you see where I'm going with this? But here's the truth about this, okay? The reason why we obsess over these people isn't primarily because of who they are. It's mostly because we feel like we're not enough, and we feel like their presence or what they bring to the table or who they are as a person is going to validate us. And sometimes people obsess over people for the wrong reasons, okay? Like, have you ever heard that saying where it's like, who you hang around with is who you become? That's very valid here. I think that who you choose to look up to is who you're going to become because you're following like steps from them. You know what I mean? And you almost become them. You know what I mean? In a sense. And I've had to remind myself, like, I'm not going to obsess over certain people so I can become like them. I need to become like me. I don't know if that made sense. I'm just rambling. You know what I mean? But I feel like when you do this and you obsess over these people and we feel like we're not enough, so we seek it in other people, we seek the validation in other people, this literally ends up staggering our growth, okay? This literally ends up staggering our growth, and we don't become who we're supposed to become because we're following these people that aren't going to help us grow at all, right? So the point I'm making, guys, is please don't attach to people and things that are going to end up hurting you in the future. You may not see it now, but it can happen. And once you get rid of that feeling for the need to be like other people, to be like these celebrities, you're gonna end up having a more clear mind, okay? A more clear conscience. I'm not saying not to look up to people, guys. I'm just saying not to become them. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the point I was getting across there. But anyways, that's all I have for this video. Most of this was me rambling with my thoughts. So I hope you enjoyed that, I guess. But that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Okay? Bye.